Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening, guys. Thank you for checking out this webinar. It is just about 7 o'clock. We're going to let some people kind of filter in and find their way in. And if you're watching the recording, bear with it. We're going to get people on here. We got a lot of cool stuff to kind of go over tonight. We have a ton of value I'm going to deliver to you tonight. I have lots of great stuff, and we're gonna get started here in just a minute. I'm in my living room here. We have a presentation we're gonna do live on my screen or on your screen. So you're not gonna have to stare at my ugly mug this entire time, but you will have just a lot of good stuff. And before we kind of get into the meat of it, just remember that you will get this recording of the webinar, and you will also get the presentation that we do. So we're gonna email that to you, and that way you're going to be you're gonna have all that. You won't have to worry about taking notes, although you can. A couple things before we get started. I want to thank you for jumping on. So many people in this world, especially in this country, don't value their health at all. And obviously you're someone that values your health, and you value the experience of getting better and having better health, and eating is such a vital part of that. It's so very important. So what you put into your body, the food you put into your body, is just it's one of the most important things you can do, along with, of course, moving your body, and there's other stuff too. But so you have made a great choice. You're taking an hour out of your day to learn and educate yourself, and that says something about you. It says something about you as a person. You're someone that wants to be better, and I appreciate you and I value you. Thank you. So we're going to do the presentation here. Stay to the end. We have something cool to give you at the end. I have a cool gift for you guys, and it's something that's going to add value to you. So we're going to get started here in just a second. I see some people are kind of filtering their way on. I'm looking at my phone here at the time, so it's right about 7 o'clock. I know sometimes it's a challenge to get right on and to log on and figure out what things are. This is actually our first webinar that we're doing in this style. We're gonna continue to do this and to add value out there, so there's gonna be lots more. So I'll tell you all about that, but we do have a free gift if you stay to the end, and I'm gonna tell you all the details of that. Make sure to check your email later for the recording, and let's get right to this. Let's get into our presentation, and let's do it. Here we are. Whoops. Okay, yes. Entire screen, let's do that. Share. Sorry, just gotta get you to your presentation. And here we go. All right, so my name is Rick Copley. My wife Teresa and I are the ones that have put together these principles of eating. And so I'm going to deliver them to you. My wife Teresa, you can see her there in the pink. We're the ones kind of put it together. Teresa and I are athletes. We enjoy working out. We love working. That's why when I was looking for a picture to kind of put up here, I'm like, well, those are perfect. These are actually a couple of fitness competitions that we did. We compete in CrossFit competitions. So we really enjoy working out. So that's us. So what we do, my wife and I are co-owners of No Limits Fitness, which is a gym in Tavares, Florida. If you're local to the area and you don't belong to our gym, please come by and check us out. We're co-owners with Chris and Gidget Blunt. They help us out with the gym, and we help them out, and it's a great gym family. We're also distributors with Advocare. We're also I also do all the programming for the Rick Copley, the Fit Life. We have a blog, and we put out lots of value there, and that's what we do. We help people. We have online coaching programs, and we do this. We help people to get better and to get healthy and get fit and all that stuff. Make sure to stay to the end. We got a special gift for you. If you're not already following us on social media, please do. Rick Copley, the Fit Life, our YouTube channel, Rick the Fitness Guru. I just uploaded like 4 videos today. Twitter, Periscope. I love periscoping. So if you're on Periscope, make sure to check me out, Rick Copley 21. And our daily blog, therickcopley.com. You'll find lots of fantastic stuff on the website. It's relatively new. It's a WordPress site I designed and I'm doing myself. So check that out. We do a daily blog there, value for you. So at the end, this is what your free gift is going to be. As you can see, this cat is absolutely excited about this. You're going to get a recipe guide or meal plan for 5 amazing crock pot meals. Teresa put this together herself. To be honest, I didn't even look at it because that's what she does. She's a fantastic cook, and she cooks our meals for us. So I'm blessed to have her, and so she is definitely the brains behind the operation. I'm the one that likes to talk and stuff, so she's the brains behind all this. But she put together this 5 crock pot meals, and I'm going to give you access to that at the end of the presentation, so make sure to stay to the end. I want to share with you guys kind of my journey, and this may or may not be something that you've kind of heard bits and pieces of if you are a fan of mine or you follow me, but I'm going to share with you kind of the journey I've had, you know, from champion athlete to physical mess and back to champion athlete again. As an athlete in high school and in college, did very well. I was a runner, did extremely well as a runner, as a school record holder in the mile at my high school. For 18 years, I held the record, ran Division I in college, had some great success, went on after college to compete as a post-collegiate athlete in running and then triathlons and mountain biking and lots of stuff, lots of good results. I'm back in my 20s, my younger days. But something happened to me. Something happened along the way. And I honestly and truly believe that the problems I had, the challenges that I had, were a direct result of eating poorly. Honestly, even as a personal trainer in my early years, I really didn't eat well. That was a decision I made to not eat well. It was, I guess I decided not to do the right thing, and now I regret it. But what happened is one day on a run, I just started wheezing. And this is back in, I want to say 2000, maybe 2001. I was in my, I turned 30 in 2003. So I guess I was in my late 20s. And I started wheezing. Went to a doctor. They didn't know what was wrong with me for a while. And finally, they diagnosed me with asthma. And they said I would need to use an inhaler for the rest of my life to exercise. So every time, I did. I took an inhaler. I started getting allergy shots, and I started using this inhaler. And every single time I went for a run or a bike ride, I had to use an inhaler twice before, sometimes afterwards as well. And that was my life. And that was my life for a while. I actually started getting in shape and competing again with the inhaler, but it became a crutch. It became something that I wasn't happy with. I wasn't extremely excited to have an inhaler with me every step of the way. And so, you know, I was really in a physical challenge, and perhaps you have a physical challenge. You know, perhaps you have an issue with your weight or an injury or something, diabetes or some sort of medical challenge. Well, I've been there. You know, I was in my late 20s as a competitive athlete. I couldn't do it anymore, and it was awful. You know, to go from someone that was so, you know, in such good shape to really a mess. Honestly, you know, I couldn't run at all. So I was using an inhaler. It was working, but it wasn't me. It wasn't something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I met a lady named Becky who is actually a naturopathic doctor. And she said to me one day, she said, "I bet I can help you cure your asthma." And, you know, at the time I had seen her, and I kind of had this vision of her as just like this crazy lady, you know, doing these eating sprouts and different things like that. And at the time, you know, I was as a late 20s athlete, you know, I'm like, this lady doesn't know what she's doing, you know. But she came to me. She said, "Hey, I need some personal training." You know, I lived up north at the time. I was a gym owner, personal training studio owner, and she needed some personal training, and I needed some health issues resolved. So we traded off, and she started helping me out. She said right away, she says, "You are allergic to wheat." And I had pasta every single day of my life. So what I did a couple things. For one, I started cleaning up my diet. And I also started diving into research. And I looked into every single article, every single website, every single resource I could find to learn about nutrition. Within a month or two, actually within a day, I didn't need my inhaler much. I stopped eating pasta. A couple days later, I used to teach spin class. I could do a spin class without my inhaler. So I continued to clean up my diet. A couple months later, for the first time, I did a race. And I took my inhaler out before the race, didn't use it. Did the race, had a fantastic race. And I can honestly say that most of my best endurance and competitive results are after that day. Haven't used an inhaler since. And you'll see me, you see the picture there of me, that was actually in 2008. And I was about 164 pounds, a little heavier now. I kind of switched gears, don't do the endurance thing anymore. I compete as a CrossFit athlete now. I'm 43, best shape of my life. And you know, I can honestly say that because of the years of not only doing research, but trial and error in myself has really helped me to learn and to teach these 14 principles I'm gonna teach you today. So that's kind of my journey. Hopefully some of that resonated with you. I'm not just some trainer who's always been a health nut and have all the answers because I just know. I've been there. I've been in the trenches, so to speak. I've been in there, in that position where I am unhealthy and physically challenged. And I came out of it, and I used eating, what I put in my body, as part of my solution to getting better. So that's my health journey. So what you'll learn, you're gonna learn 14 simple principles, period. What you're not gonna learn is you're not gonna learn about the Krebs cycle. You're not gonna learn crazy new things. You're gonna learn the basics. And honestly, I think people make nutrition way too complicated. And people are out there looking for a special solution, something new. There's a brand new kale leaf that is found in Africa that cures everything. It's just not true. I am 100% believe that if you follow simple principles and are not obsessive about the way you eat, you simply eat by these simple principles and you'll get results. And you don't need to be crazy. You just need to keep it simple. Keep it simple. So that being said, number one, mindset. I am big on mindset. If you follow my blog, I talk about it a lot. The health of our country has been going downhill. Now, is it going as steeply downhill as it was before? I don't know, and I don't care. All I know is that you don't read articles every day about how much more healthy our country is. You don't, because people are just not healthy. And a lot of it has to do with the way we think. So principle number one, the 14 principles, you must eat to nourish. If you think about what you put into your body, if you think about it in that way, you're already 10 steps ahead. If you think about just eating to enjoy yourself, you're gonna be behind. You simply must eat to nourish. You nourish your body, you nourish your soul. You put food in your body that's gonna support your functions of your body. You put things in your body, you put foods in your body that are gonna help you to have energy, to have vitality, and to feel good. Do not eat to reward yourself. You do not eat for pleasure. Now, can you enjoy eating? Absolutely. But from basic standpoint, from the foundation, you need to eat to nourish. And this is very vital. Don't discard the mindset aspect of this. If you think about eating to nourish, if you think about nourishing and supporting yourself, if you think about putting something in your body to enhance what your body already has, to cure disease. I mean, we can't cure disease, I can't say that, but make yourself feel better, to give yourself energy and to give yourself vitality. Think about that. That's your first step. You eat to nourish, okay? If you have a donut and a cup of coffee and that's your breakfast, are you nourishing yourself? No. If you eat what you see in the picture here, are you nourishing yourself? Look at the colors, look at the vitamins and minerals, the antioxidants, and all that good stuff. You are eating to nourish yourself. So again, I'm not gonna teach you today about how fats break down in your system. I'm not gonna teach you those type of things. We're gonna teach basic mindset principles and basic principles of eating. Number one is you must eat to nourish. Number two, learn to balance your calories throughout the day. This is vital. Now, I am not a huge fan of counting calories for the sake of counting calories, but this is the one instance where I think it's okay to count calories. And here's why. I just want to make sure that was the slides next. If you understand how much a certain meal that you have is calorically, you can, as long as you understand it, you can help build a base from there. In other words, at the end of the day, if you're like, oh, I ate 2,000 calories, that's about right, or I ate 1,000 calories, whatever. it doesn't mean a whole lot. You must break it down. So you must balance your calories throughout the day. So this is how it should look. You see you got my example of 3 people. You got Fatty Fred, Average Ann, and Slim Steve, okay? Let's look at Fatty Fred first. Fatty Fred doesn't eat breakfast, doesn't have any kind of snack, and overloads at lunch, maybe a small snack in the middle of the day, big old dinner, and then a bigger snack at night. That's actually pretty normal. You see that from a lot of people, okay? But that's not a good way to eat. You see the little guy on the right, how many calories can you utilize per meal? And he's got a little, shrugging of his shoulders there. Everybody's different. This is your basic metabolism. You and I are different. Every person listening is gonna absorb different amounts of calories, but there are only a certain number of calories that we eat at a time that our body's gonna absorb and use, and the rest are gonna be stored as fat, okay? From a very, very basic standpoint. Now, why weren't our bodies made so that we can only eat a certain amount? I don't know, but I can tell you that everybody's different. But let's say, just for the sake of argument, that the number is 350. That's how many calories you can eat per meal. Now, if you look at Fatty Fred, lunch, not only is he, Fatty Fred is got a metabolism that's slowed down because he had no breakfast and no snack, but now he's got extra calories that's gonna absorb his fat. And then look at how many calories is dinner. So if you look at that example, he's really only using, 1,000 of those 2,100 calories. The rest are being stored as fat. You would be amazed the number of people that eat 1,500 calories a day or less and gain weight. It's because they're eating excess number of calories at a time. Now let's look at Average Ann. Average Ann has something similar going on. She gets a little bit of a breakfast in, maybe a little snack, bigger lunch, bigger dinner. Okay, so she's doing better. So at dinner time, she's having some extra calories, same at lunch, but not as bad as Fatty Fred. Same 2,100 calories. You notice the number in red at the bottom? Now look at Slim Steve. Slim Steve is eating the same number of calories throughout the day. When you utilize this principle, you are now supporting your body calorically, and we're going to talk about how it breaks down here in a minute. You're supporting your body calorically throughout the day, the entire day. So you're never going to be super hungry. You're never going to be super famished. You're never going to crave, and you're never going to overeat because you have calories throughout the day. This is how my wife and I eat. My wife and I eat between 3,000 and 6,000 calories a day, but we break it up consistently and evenly. We're not eating 2,000 calories at dinner and having a breakfast of 50 calories. We are consistent throughout the day. This is vital. If you can eat like this, now let me give you an example of what this looks like. And I talked about, not specifically, but how I talked about calorie counting. If you understand that you have a couple eggs, bacon, some fruit, you understand how many calories that is, you can know that that's enough in terms of your breakdown through your day. So if you're looking to get 1,800 calories or 2,100 calories, you need 350 of each meal. And if you know that 2 eggs, 3 slices of bacon, cup of fruit, and toast is 350, there's your 350. You want to be consistent with that. So that's how you need to break down your calories through your day. This is very important. This is very important. Most people don't do this. This is where most people screw up. Most people like Fatty Fred. I wrote a blog post, and I'm not going to link it because I don't remember when it was, but I know I wrote this about, if someone were to ask me just in 3 words, how to lose weight, I would say eat more food. And, I would have to obviously expand upon that, but people limit themselves most of the time, and then they overeat. Why do you have to have 1,200 calories at dinner time? Because you're starving, because you've only had 600 calories throughout your day. So, and that's not enough. Sorry, I had to get a drink there. I'm getting fired up. All right, so hopefully you guys understand that. I didn't mention this earlier, and I forgot to. I was going to mention this. I'm not going to do this web class with a way for you to interact with me. It's not that I don't want to answer questions and stuff like that, but everybody is so different. We got over 50 people signed up for this web class. And so it's 50 different people that could have specific questions about themselves. We're all so different that me answering question one person probably is not going to give a lot of value to somebody else. There's not specific right answers for any of this stuff. So that being said, I will give you, I think I gave you my email before, but I'll give it again right now, rick@therickcopley.com. Email me if you have questions. I would be glad to answer specific questions. Number 3, each meal should have a balance of energy and nutrition. Now, you could change the wording of that. Could have a balance of carbohydrates and proteins, or have a balance of lean proteins and vegetables, whatever you want to have a balance of. But you need to have some sort of protein components, which you see over on the left-hand side of the screen, with nutrition components, which is something that is calorically or nutritionally dense. Lots of vitamins, lots of enzymes, minerals, fruits and vegetables, and the proteins. Here's why. Your calories coming from from your fruits and vegetables, your carbohydrates, that's your energy. You need that. You need lots of energy throughout the day. Now, the energy is going to come to you from that type of food, specifically the carbohydrates, the whole grains, the fruits. Those are the best sources. Now, the proteins, what the protein is going to do, it's going to enhance the energy. It's going to let the energy last longer, and it's going to help you recover. And we're going to talk more about that in a little bit. But you want to balance your meals throughout the day. So, we're big fans of like having cheese sticks for your protein, and then maybe a piece of fruit. And that's a great kind of a balance. Apple and peanut butter. Those are good balance. You get a fruit and you get some sort of protein in there. So those are the type of things. So I'm a huge fan of trail mix, because that has, if you take a handful of trail mix, you're going to have some fruit in there, and you're going to have some sugars. You might have like some candies or something, which is, you don't want a lot of that, but that's going to enhance your, just going to give you some calories. And then you're going to have the nuts, and that's going to help you with the protein. You have raisins and you have nuts. So those are the proteins, and then those are the energy, the carbohydrates. So this is very important. Each time you eat, you should have a balance. So if you get up in the morning, have a banana, what's that going to do for you? That's awesome. That's a great breakfast. But you need to enhance that banana with something else, some sort of protein source. Banana and peanut butter. There you go. Eggs are good. Hard-boiled eggs are great to take, especially if you're kind of, you're going somewhere, just grab a hard-boiled egg. That's a great protein source. But also with that protein source, get a carbohydrate source to go with it. So principle number 3, balance each meal. And I put meal in quotation marks. You should be eating a meal, which is, so you have food basically, when you get up, sometime between when you get up and when you have lunch, which is of course around noontime, between noontime and dinner time, and then sometime after dinner time. Okay, so those are your 6 meals a day, 4 to 6 meals a day. I mean, you can break that up however you want, but you should have 4 to 6 times per day, get your calories in. Your calories should be relatively balanced. Now, do you have to be exactly like Slim Steve here? Absolutely not. This is an example. This is not right. This is not going to happen to anybody, but this is the kind of thing you want to look for. If this number at the top at breakfast is 250 and then the snack is 450, that's fine. If this is 500 and this is 300, that's fine. The point is you don't want to have 700 and then 100, okay? So each meal should have balanced nutrition, so energy and nutrition. Number 4, don't drink your calories. This is huge, and a lot of people don't get this. A lot of people don't understand this. On the next slide here, you see some of the calories, 1,370 calories a day just by having, your big old coffee, your orange juice with breakfast, your coffee, your soda, having a fruit drink and a tea and a beer. That's 1,370 calories. That's like a whole day's worth of consumption, and you're getting no nutritional value whatsoever from any of these. Don't drink your calories, okay? A lot of people do, and it's okay. It doesn't make you a bad person, but one of the things that you want to do, one of the ways you want to utilize these principles, I do not at all like people trying to make a whole, just like throwing everything out and changing everything all at once. Make little changes. Make little changes. So if this is you right over here, this is your day, eliminate this tea right here, right? this week. And then, actually I'd eliminate the soda first. Nobody needs soda. But don't drink soda. Cut out the soda. Just cut out one thing at a time. Replace with water, and then start to cut into that a little bit more as you go along. But what you want to do is you do not want to drink your calories. You do not want to drink calories. One of the things that, and I know there may be people out there saying, wait a minute, what about Spark? My wife and I, we use supplements and we believe in them, and we'll talk a little bit about those later. But Spark is a drink, an amino acid drink that we have, but it also has a lot of vitamins and minerals in it. So, even something like, I'm okay with something like vitamin water, something like that. If there's some kind of nutrition to it, it's okay. Fruit juice doesn't have any nutrition. It's all pasteurized away. I'm not a fan of milk, any of this kind of stuff. Don't drink your calories. If you're gonna have some, that's fine. It's not gonna kill you to have a beer or to have a glass of iced tea. But don't be like this person. Have 5 or 6 drinks a day that each have 100 to 400 calories. Try to try to limit the amount of calories that you drink throughout your day. Very important. Number 5, never be hungry. Never be hungry. I see people sometimes on Instagram or Facebook, they're like, I'm doing my fasting workout today. Whatever. There may or may not be some truth to that. It may or may not work. I don't know. I don't care. I don't do that. Never be hungry. When you're hungry, you're slowing down your metabolism. You're starving your body nutrition. You don't need to be hungry. Being hungry is not going to shed body fat. Your body goes into starvation mode when it gets hungry. What that means, it's going to utilize the most efficient fuel, and it's going to save its other fuel, which is not as efficient. So what's it going to save? It's going to save body fat. Okay? So when you starve yourself, you shed away muscle, burn the sugars that are in your body. You're not, I repeat, you're not going to cut out body fat. You're not going to utilize body fat just by being hungry. You're gonna shed all your muscle first, and you need muscle. And muscle is good. We like muscle. Don't shed your muscle. Never be hungry. Don't be like this guy right here. Okay? Don't go through your day be hungry. That's why we eat meals in the middle of the day. I sit at my computer several hours each morning and then several hours each afternoon. And when I feel that first pang of hunger, I get up and run to the kitchen. I work from home, so it's convenient. We're going to talk more about being on the road in a minute here. But don't be hungry, okay? Do not be hungry. Number 6, focus on food quantity early, but quality late. I may get in trouble on this one, but I'm gonna, or maybe not. Maybe this will be good for you. I am not someone that says, like I said earlier, don't be crazy about what you eat. It's not like you can't cheat a little bit. It's not that you can't have some sweet food or some, you can't enjoy food. You can. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about, make sure that if you do have any food that's not as healthy, that it's early. If you're gonna have a snack that involves a donut or something like that, make sure it's in the morning. Because you can eat virtually anything in the morning, you'll burn it. You need calories early. You need that nutrition. You need those calories, those macronutrients early in your day. But don't do it late. Don't have that piece of cake after dinner, because your body is not in the mode to burn calories late at night. Your body is in the mode early in the day. So make sure you're focusing on quantity early. So get those calories in your body early. Most people don't. Most people, like Fatty Fred, they're not eating at all. If you're gonna skip breakfast, that's not good. I would rather you have that donut, okay? So focus on quantity early, but quality late. If you're gonna cheat, have a cheat meal, make it be lunch, not dinner. Make sure your dinners are solid, okay? So hopefully you kind of get that one. Again, if you have any questions specifically, you can email me, rick@therickcopley.com. All right, so eat protein late, okay? This is kind of it could almost be like principle 6A, kind of similar, kind of what I'm talking about here. Think about this for a second. Carbohydrates, right, which are gonna be your fruits, your whole grains, those are your most efficient and easily accessed energy sources. So if you think about carbohydrates, you think about them as energy. So all food is gonna be broken down into 3 different parts, so to speak. Carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, okay? Now the protein, we try not to get too much fatty food in us, so we don't worry about trying to get fats in. The protein is what we want to focus on. The protein is recovery food. Protein helps us build muscle and recover. So it makes sense we want to have protein late, right? One of the things that I've heard in the past, which is a myth, by the way, is that you shouldn't have any food after 7 o'clock at night. Well, that's just not true. Okay, I'm here to tell you that's not true. Your stomach is going to empty out its contents in usually about 3 to 4 hours. So if you're eating at 6 o'clock, your stomach is empty at 9 o'clock, and you're going another 8 hours without any nutrition whatsoever. I don't agree with that. I think you should eat food late, but it should be protein. Okay, you see there's protein sources in there. I mean, there's a million different proteins you can look up. Just Google best protein sources. Here's some right here for you. I'm a fan of having a shake. We use Avocare shakes, and we absolutely love the muscle gain shakes. We have those. When my wife and I actually started using Avocare, she gained about 12 pounds of muscle in 2 months, and it's primarily because of this product right here. But we're a big fan of having a protein shake. Have a thing of yogurt. Have a protein bar. Have some almonds or nuts. Something like that. That's high quality food, and it's good. You want to have a thing of cottage cheese late. Especially if you work out during the day, because you want to have protein-rich snacks late in the day, because protein is your recovery food. Okay. In the morning, you have breakfast. Break up that word. Break your fast. You haven't eaten. You need energy. You need carbohydrates. At night, you don't need energy. You need protein. Okay. So have an egg. Have some eggs and bacon. You're supposed to eat that at night, not in the morning. Although make it turkey bacon. I'm not a fan of pigs. We don't like eating pigs. They're gross. All right, principle number 8, never eat fast food. Never make that a rule that you never break, okay? So I wanna kind of put this to you in another way. Hopefully, anybody that's on this webinar is probably a pretty upstanding citizen, but hopefully one of your rules in life is that you're not gonna murder someone when you go down the street. So you're not gonna pull out a gun and shoot anybody, right? That's a rule. That's a rule you have in your soul. You're not gonna smoke crack. I mean, there's so many things you're not gonna do, right? Make one of those rules that you're not gonna go to McDonald's. So if you're walking down the street and you see a guy smoking a crack pipe, you would not ever in a million years be like, hey, let me have a hit of that, buddy. Same thing about going into McDonald's or KFC or Burger King. The food, honestly, and people might argue with me this, but it may taste good. I love Kentucky Fried Chicken. I could actually, I could have a burger at McDonald's and it tastes great. But man, it's addictive. It's horrible for you. And it's going to ruin you from the inside out. Once you get in the habit of going once, you'll go again. Don't do it. The only place that we stop at to get food would be Subway and occasionally some Chick-fil-A. We might get pizza every so often, but we do not go into fast food ever. And that's a rule. And when I mean fast food, I pretty much mean the things that you see right there. Okay, right there. You see, Jack in the Box. There's a whole bunch of Long John Silver's. Don't ever go into fast food. Don't ever go into fast food. So that's vital. Principle number 8. Number 9, develop a habit of packing food to go. This is actually something that I hadn't done a whole lot in my life. I hadn't done a little bit. One of the things I used to do a lot when I traveled is I wouldn't go to fast food, but I'd stop like at a supermarket. So you go into a supermarket and you can, pick out some more healthy food. But, my wife Teresa and I have gotten really good at when we go places, we're packing food. We just went away. We did a fitness competition in Clearwater, Florida. So it was, this competition we did, and we're competing all day and stuff. But we went with our business partners, Gidget and Chris Blunt, and another couple, and we cooked dinner for the Saturday night. They cooked dinner for Friday. We brought it with us, and so that way we had something and it was cooked. And on the road, we had healthy snacks. But we packed our food to go. My wife does some helps out a friend of hers during the week, and she makes sure that she brings with her lunch. Always bringing lunch with her. So don't leave food. Don't leave the way that you nourish yourself to chance. Pack food. Bring food to go. Bring food with you that you can eat, and you know what it's going to be. If you're heading off to the beach and you walk out the door at 9 o'clock in the morning, you better have a thing of food packed. Have healthy snacks. Have lunch with you, or at least know where you're going to go. Develop a habit of packing food to go for work, for play. No matter what you do, make sure you bring your own food. Okay? Bring your own food. Packing food to go is vital. Vital. especially if you're someone that travels a lot. Because, a lot of people ask, well, what can I do? How can I eat out healthy? Well, really can't. Eat out once in a while, enjoy it. But if you're going to be consistently on the road, make a habit of consistently packing food to go, okay? Along with that, plan your meals and stick to that plan. If you can sit down and spend 30 minutes or an hour a day and plan out your meals for the week and understand what you're gonna eat, when you're gonna eat, and what you're gonna need to get, all that stuff, then you can empower yourself to eat right and eat well, and you can empower yourself to get results that way. Most people just leave to chance. Oh, what are we having for dinner tonight? I don't know. Let's throw something together, or let's go to the store. Plan where you're gonna eat, stick to that plan. It's relatively easy to do. Think about it. Sit down on a Sunday night with your spouse, your family, and look at your week. Okay, what do we have for dinner this week? Let's write out 5 dinners. Write out 5 dinners. The ingredients you need, 5 lunches, 5 breakfasts, and so on and so forth. Plan your meals, stick to that plan, plan on your traveling, plan on what you're gonna do. If you think about it, if you have a project to do at work, right? You're gonna plan that project, right? You're gonna plan it down to the various details. Why not do that with your health? Why not do that with the way that you eat, okay? So plan on what you're gonna eat, stick to that plan, and you will definitely be empowered, and you'll definitely learn how to eat. And we're gonna share it. We'll see you something here in a little bit, in a few minutes. That may help you with that. Number 11, don't stress over bad food choices. I want to share with you the cake story. Okay, I love these cookies, by the way. See this? Eat me. You are better off eating a piece of cake than you are looking at the piece of cake and worrying about whether or not you should eat it. Okay? Don't stress over bad food choices. Make some bad food choices. That's fine. Enjoy eating. Go out to eat once in a while. Just don't go to fast food. It's okay, but don't stress over it. Don't make you empowering yourself to make good food choices a stress in your life. So if you're at a party and there are cookies, have a cookie, but don't have 10, and don't make it a habit of bringing cookies to work every single day. Don't stress over bad food choices. Just continue to make better food choices. I would be 100% lying to you if I said that our meals and the way we eat was perfect every second of every single meal. Absolutely not. It is absolutely not. But we make good decisions consistently. 80 to 90% of the time, we're eating healthy meals, and especially at night, because again, that's when it's most important. So don't stress over bad food choices. If you make some bad food choices, life goes on, okay? Life goes on. So, number 12, don't ever go on a diet. Don't ever go on a diet. I could sit here and I could just simply say this one, and a lot of people have better results. Don't ever go on a diet. What's a diet? A diet is something that has a name, okay? I don't agree with any diet. Paleo diet, the Atkins diet, the Mayo Clinic diet, the South, any of these things that are diets generally are going to cause you stress. What they're gonna do is they're gonna restrict certain things, which is gonna cause you to get results, which is gonna say, hey, I'm gonna keep doing it. But then those results are gonna go away because you're not gonna forever be able to restrict whatever it is you're supposed to be restricting. I read a statistic, whether this is true or not, I don't know. 95% of all weight that is lost, people take diets, is gained back. Why would you want to be one of those people? Why? Don't go on a diet. Follow these principles. Follow these simple principles and learn how to eat. Put some time and effort into it. Eat right. Follow these principles. Keep it simple. And stop trying to create something new. Go into the bookstore, Books A Million or Borders, any of those bookstores. You will see row after row after row of these books. It's just wrong. There's just so many books out there that try to tell you, hey, we found something new. There's nothing new. There's no new diet plan. If there was a new diet that worked, everybody would do it and everybody would be thin. Okay? There's no such thing. Everybody eats differently. Everybody's allergic to different foods. Everybody tolerates different foods differently. Everybody likes different things, So don't go on a diet. Don't try to do some crazy new thing and because your friend did it, it won't work. It doesn't work. Eat by the principles that I'm sharing here, and you will have good results, okay? Number 13, make empowering decisions. And always remember to start back at 1. So what that means is this: do your best. Make good decisions on a daily basis, okay? And remember the last principle, or this one right here, don't stress over bad food choices, right? Make good decisions each and every day. Move in the right direction, and then, just keep reviewing. One of the things I like to say, there are 14 here. If you take all 14, and if you rate yourself on a score of 1 to 10 on all 14, you might get a variety of different scores. You might get a 3 here, a 4 here, a 10 here. Every time you go all the way through, you start back at the beginning. You try to improve upon one of those. If one of them is a 4, make it a 5. If one of them is a 5, make it a 6. Always try to improve and try to go in the right direction. So make empowering decisions on a daily basis. Think about what you eat. Be smart. Move in the right direction. And then keep on going back to number 1. Okay? We are also we're fans of supplementing. So I say supplement to fill in the gaps and enhance your desired results. This topic is a whole other web class all in itself. So we're not going to talk a lot about that, but we are going to mention why we take supplements. We take supplements to fill in the gaps in nutrition, accelerate results, and to enhance an active lifestyle increases your nutrient needs. An active lifestyle increases your nutrient needs. So you fill in your gaps, you enhance your results or accelerate results, and because you have an active lifestyle, you do have different and higher nutrition needs. You may take 20 years and be, whatever fitness level you are, you're not gonna be able to just change your diet in a couple days and get results. You may get some results, but you're not gonna fill in all those gaps. So we think that you need supplements to fill in the gaps, and that is very, very important. We're not gonna talk about that now. We are actually gonna do another webinar I'm gonna talk about here in a minute, but we believe that taking supplements is vital for your success long term. So I'm gonna do a quick recap of my 14 principles, and then I'm gonna share a couple things with you guys, and we're going to share that free gift with you, and then we're gonna be done for the evening. So number 1, make sure you eat to nourish. This is about your mindset. You eat to nourish. You eat to enhance yourself and your well-being, your vitality. You don't eat just to celebrate, or you don't eat to reward yourself. You eat to nourish. Balance your calories throughout the day. Learn to balance protein and carbs. So you're balancing your calories, and you're balancing each time you eat with protein and carbohydrates. Don't drink your calories. Never be hungry. Focus on quantity early. So get those calories in early. So if you're going to cheat a little bit, do it early. Quality late. Don't cheat late. Eat protein late. Never eat fast food. Never, never. Develop a habit of packing food to go. So don't use that excuse of, oh, I was busy at work or whatever. Plan it. So plan your meal, stick to your plan. 9 and 10, go together. Don't stress over bad food choices. Make some bad food choices. That's okay. You can do that. If you make mostly good ones, you'll be fine. Never diet. Never diet. Make empowering decisions. Start back at 1. Use supplements to fill in the gaps and to enhance your desired results. So, we are going to do I think I put these slides backwards. We're going to do a special webinar tomorrow night, February 10th, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to talk about supplements. So if you are someone that does use supplements and you aren't getting the results you want, we would love to share with you what we do. Or if you're looking to get results and wondering if supplements are a good balance or a good fit, then go on over to our website, thecopley.com/advocate. You can register for the webinar tomorrow night. It's going to be another webinar just like this. It's going to be short, about 30 minutes. It's going to share with you some of the results we've seen people have, as well as the supplements that we take, we use, we suggest, and how and why we trust Advocare. So we trust these supplements, these Advocare supplements, because of independent testing they do, the results they have, safety, products integration, the coaching that they come with and we provide. Products arrive right at your door. It's pretty cool. You don't have to mismatch stuff at GNC or not. So I encourage you to check that out. Go to thecopley.com/Advocare to register. It's a quick webinar. It's going to teach you about supplementation, if you want to get healthy, we believe that supplementation is vital and key. And again, I want to keep this web class to under an hour, so I kind of pulled this part of it out. We'll do that in a whole separate presentation tomorrow night. So last thing before I give you your free special gift, we have a program called the 30-Day Clean Eating Challenge. It is a 30-day meal plan. I talked before about kind of how you balance your meals and plan all that stuff. This program does it for you, okay? So this takes the program, the principles I just taught you, and it really helps you to, I don't want to say it does it for you, because you still got to do it. You got to go shopping. You got to cook the food. But this lays out a simple and concise plan for you. It's 30 days worth of shopping lists, 30 days worth of accountability, snacks, meal prep, recipes, all that good stuff. You'll be empowered to eat clean for 30 days. Once you get the 30-day clean challenge, it's yours to keep, and you have the program forever. You can repeat it. You can utilize the certain meals, certain recipes, but you can stick with it. Do whatever you desire. It's yours, and we hold you accountable. So you get us as coaches as well. So to order that, it's only $20. 30daycleanchallenge.com, and you could order yours, and you could have it downloaded in your mailbox, and you can have it within the next 5 minutes if you want. You can start planning out your meals. But if you kind of like the principles, but you want a little help in implementing them, 30-Day Clean Challenge is for you. Go to 30daycleanchallenge.com. It's $20. Order it, love it, use it, and you'll get great results from it. So if you want your free gift, just go on over to rickcopley.com/gifts. And what you're going to find there is you're going to find the PDF for this presentation. So you can go back and review it and check it out. And you can go through it and print it out, do whatever you want. And you also find our 5 simple and delicious and healthy crock pot meals, which my wife put together, Teresa put together, and they're amazing stuff. I didn't mean to do that. So go on over there to rickcopley.com/gifts, and that's where you could find those gifts for you. So that is it. So you learned 14 principles that can help to change your life through nutrition. You saw that we're doing another webinar tomorrow night. You can check that out. You can learn more about supplementation, and you could get your 30-day clean challenge, and that's only $20. If you want to learn more about us or contact us, rick@therickcopley.com. If you're local to the Central Florida area, Lake County, you can visit our gym. Check us out at nolimitsfitness.co. And of course, our blog, our daily blog, you can go on there and get daily content. We are going to give you, every single day we update there. We give you plenty of free stuff on there, and it's really great. So check that out. I'm going to stop the screen sharing, give you back to me here. Let's see if here I am. So hopefully you guys got value out of that. Hopefully you learned a little bit. If you have any questions, just email me. Check out that 30-day clean challenge. It's really, really awesome. www.30daycleanchallenge.com, and get to finish the way we started. Check it out, my ugly mug. So hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. Check out our blog and follow us on Facebook, Rick Copley the Fit Life. And we'll catch you on the flip side.